this is Michael from Epapere. I was working on the fabric snippet rolls that we sell in our Etsy shop today, and I decided that I would just stop by here today and show you how I use them in my journals, and maybe you've got a different idea. If you do, I'd love to see it in the comments below, or also if you've used the snippet roll in any of your projects, please share it on any of our social media. We would really appreciate that. All right, down to business here. Okay, so the snippet roll is made from little scraps of fabric and lace, which I have a lot of, and then it's sewn on a base. So, and then it is stitched very sturdily. So there's about 4 or 5 different rows of stitching on it, so that when you cut it, it shouldn't unravel, especially if you cut it with a pinking shears. So some of the ideas and how I use this, for example, the most obvious one would be as a belly band. So we would measure here what looks right for a belly band, and then we would cut it off. There you go. So then what we would do is we would glue it at the top and glue it at the bottom, and then that gives you an area to place a tag or a journal card or an envelope, anything that you'd like to do. Now, if you find that you think the color is too bright for your particular journal, you can always put a piece of lace on top of it, and that will tone down the color. Now, when you use this as a belly band, you can obviously decorate it more if you'd like also. So if you wanted to, you could put like a label on there. I think I got that upside down. A label on there, and then add, you know, flowers or butterflies or, you know, anything else that you think you might like to do. And you could put lace behind that if you wanted to, or cheesecloth. I don't have any cheesecloth at the ready here, but I have some of this, which is actually the backing off of a mattress pad, an old mattress pad that we had, and it, you know, tears rather easily. So a lot of times I'll use it. I just tear it into a, you know, a piece that I think I would like. And if you don't like the whitish color of it, you can just ink it up with your inks, and then I will put that down to use as an embellishment. So, you know, if you wanted to add something there. So that is one use of the snippet roll. Now you also could use it as a page edge. A lot of times we like to put edges on, especially the plain pages, so that it adds a little color. So you could glue it on here, the entire piece, and then you'd have, or if you wanted to, what you could do is, when we're putting lace on our pages, so we put this lace down a little bit over your edge of the page, and then add the snippet roll again as some color. So you could have lace and the snippet roll. Also, you could use this as a page side tuck. So if you glued it here and down here and on the bottom, then you could utilize it as a tuck, and you could tuck something in there. Now again, you can add decoration of any sort to it. You could, you know, add the lace to this side, like that, and still only glue the 3 sides, this down the side and on the bottom, and you'd have a tuck here with some lace on it. And again, these could be decorated with, you know, whatever you might like. Here's a stamp that you could, you know, put on there, or a flower, or a ticket, or a label, a bird, whatever it is you would like to do to decorate it up a little bit. Okay. The next thing I have used it for is for a pocket embellishment. Now I did one in here already, so this shows you how you can utilize that little tiny strip. So what you do is you take your roll again and you decide how much of it you need, and you can snip it off. Sometimes it's a little hard to snip off. There we go. Okay, come on. There we go. You can snip it off and put it on your pocket, and then proceed to, again, decorate however you want. On this one that I did, if you can see it, I took the snippet roll, I added some lace to the top of it, I added a little bit of book page, a floral circle, a word, and a butterfly, and then I added this flower on this side and a label there, and that is a decorated pocket. So that gives you a background to make clusters out of. So you could make any kind of cluster that you want to use. You may want to take and use one here and make a cluster and then make it into a tuck. You could do that also. Okay, then also envelopes. This is an envelope I made with a belly band tag, and oh my goodness, that's stuck, and writing space. So anyway, if you wanted to, again, take your small piece of snippet roll, you could put it there and then decorate it. Add some lace, cheesecloth, you know, some additional fabric if you want to do that, and decorate the flap of an envelope. You could decorate the edge of an envelope here, and if you had a bigger envelope, you know, you could put it across the entire flap, or the entire bottom of it, like I did the lace here. And you can put it, you know, whatever direction you want to. And if you wanted to decorate the back of your envelope, you could, again, use it any orientation you wanted, add decoration to it, and you've got your envelope decorated. Stick our envelope back in here. Okay. The other thing would be like a you know, a variation of a belly band, but maybe take, let's see if this one would work. Yeah, well, that's a little short, but let's see what I got here. Let's take off another piece here. Okay, so you could put a piece here, and that would be like a corner tuck, and you could, you know, tuck a tag or something into that, and again, you can decorate it however you'd like to, like that, or you could add 2 of them like that, and then you'd have a spot where you could tuck a larger journal card or something, and you could decorate that however you wanted to decorate it. Also, I have used these on occasion for page tabs. Now you can do that whichever way you want to do it. You can glue it on just like this. You know, the opposite side is just a plain color. So you could add decoration to that. You could take it and you could fold it and do it like this to make a tab. You wouldn't have to cut it quite as large as this one to make a tab if you wanted to. So that would be like a page tab. Also, let's see if I can find a tag in here. This is my garden collage journal that I'm still working on. Been working on for 6 months. Again, the same thing, you know, take your snippet roll, snip off as much as you think you need, and then sew it or glue it to the top of the tag, and that gives you a pretty tag topper. So let me see, I think those were the ones that I could think of off the top of my head. I'm sure that you guys probably have some additional ideas. So like I said, if you have gotten the snippet rolls and you've used them, let me know how you used them. And certainly if you have pictures, share them with a social media. We always like seeing what you've done with any of our products. So one of these days I'm going to get this journal done. I'm hoping anyway. So that was about all I had for today. I did want to mention that my husband and I finally moved into our own place. So we did get an apartment, and so we are finally moved in and somewhat settled. So one of these days I will do another craft room tour so you can see how I've organized in the new space. It's not a lot different from what I had before, but as you recall, we were going to go south with our RV and it started on fire, so we lost the RV, so now we're back in an apartment. So, and I think that's probably where we're going to stay for a while. So anyway, that is it for today. Keep your eyes open and peeled for Erin's color theory classes that she's got coming up. I think she has another one scheduled to post on Thursday. And let us know how you enjoy those. All right, guys, we'll talk to you later.